No, it seems you've completed the surveys of all the ancient battlefields, thanks to you. However, I have one last request to burden you with. I would ask that you deliver two things to Sir Sandelope at the congregation. Firstly, I would have you deliver the sealed crate containing the aetherometers. Secondly, I ask you to retrieve the observation log from the scout to the northeast. I shall inform my scouts at each location that our mission is complete. Then we shall return to Ishgard together. Once again, you have my thanks. We would not be able to finish our mission without you. Sealed crate. Northeast, dude. I've received word from Sir Man, and have written down detailed information on my observation. Pray bring it to Sir Heidelope at the congregation. The other scouts and I will remain behind at this post and continue with our work until Maine calls for us. Give Sir Heidelope our regards, adventure. Back to Foundation. Over the Forgotten Night. Ah, Archon. It seems the operation at the Churning Mist was a success. What exactly did our scouts discover? Sealed crate, observation log. These aetherometers and the observation log will prove invaluable. However, this news that Maine was attacked by a heretic turned dragon is troubling. I've been mulling over the information you and Estinian have brought to light. To think that at one time dragonkind and mankind once coexisted. Yet now we must contend with dragons born of heretics in this never-ceasing conflict. It's much too early to say if the news of our once peaceful past should be given credence, but it would be foolish to reject it outright. The best course of action would be to become familiar with the history of the Churning Mists. It is only through knowledge that we can decide our next step. Estinian's report contained detailed information on the Mughals that inhabit that area. Mayhap they would prove to be an invaluable resource for us. Archon, it seems you developed a bit of a relationship with them. Have you not? I apologize for asking another favor of you so soon after you've returned, but I would be grateful if you could help us strike up our own relationship with them. You have my thanks. I shall personally accompany you to ensure that this meeting goes favorably, and to show the Mughals my proper respects. We shall depart shortly, Archon. I shall see you at your destination. And back to Mogholm. At least that time they like sent you back. Frick. Ah, Archon. I see you still haven't chosen a proper Moogle name. Kupo, what would you ask of me today? There are those from the surface that wish to know the history of this land. Very well. If you vouch for them, I see no reason to refuse their request. However, I would ask one thing of you in return. The Mughals wish to live in peace, and we can't do that if war wages across the land, Kupo. As long as their desires are understood, I'd like nothing more than to meet these new friends. Now, where can we find this Sir Heidelope? Excellent, Kupo. I shall dispatch members of the Palm Guard to escort him at once. Archon, please go along with them. They may be shy around so many new visitors from the surface, Kupo. Supposed to be a way out, up, oh. The sun behind that one rock looked really weird. The way up here. Where are you, Mog? Cool. You gotta be somewhere around here. Oh. Okay, right there. Welcome to the Churning Mist, Kupo. Mughlin has told us about you. It's our pleasure to guide you to Mogcom. Ah, where are my manners? I'm Commander Hondelope of the Temple Knights. We are honored to receive your guidance. Furthermore, we appreciate your willingness to impart on us your knowledge of the Churning Mists. If there is aught you would require in return, we would gladly repay your kindness. Sir Hondelope, you come from a large city on the surface, yes? You might have exactly the knowledge we need, Kupo. We've long yearned to learn how to repair stone structures. If we did, we could repair Zenith with our own paws. Smoogles have a sacred agreement with the Great Worm Heavensward that binds us to protect the Holy Tower, but after 1,000 years, time has worn its luster. Zenith is beloved by Heavensward and stands as a symbol of the friendship between the Landlords and the Skylords. If we could restore its former glory, maybe the bond between your two races could be revitalized as well. Indeed, the Holy See's knowledge of stoneworking is vast. Very well. Although the road ahead of me may be difficult, I will do all within my power to convince the Holy See to send stonemasons and carpenters to do what they can. You are too kind, Kupo. However, there's one more thing I must ask of you. It may be too soon to allow so many people from the surface into Heavensward's beloved tower. It could unnerve him. For now, we would ask that you teach us what you can at Mogcom, and then we can use our own paws to repair Zenith. It may start with us repairing but a single brick, but if we keep at it, soon Zenith will sparkle as it hasn't in a millennium. Kupo? I understand the Moogle's concern. I know all too well that 1,000 years of animosity cannot be forgotten overnight. Let us work with diligence, and brick by brick we shall rebuild that which has been lost. Glad we've come to an agreement, Kupo. Now let us be off to Mogcom. There's so much to share with you. I don't care. This close. We are just gonna teleport back to Mogcom. And I have to be a weaver. God's damn Moogles. They'd lose their bloody pom-poms if they weren't attached to their heads. Can't find my nuts, Kupo. Find me pebbles, Kupo. You want to know where your pebbles are? Well, I'll tell you. Right after I shove them up your bleeding... Oh, you're not one of them. Thank the gods. Finally someone capable of sensible conversation. You see, I was sent here at the Temple Knight's behest to teach stonemasonry to these... creatures. However, as soon as I arrived, they bombarded me with menial tasks. Before long, I found myself traipsing aimlessly across the churning mists. I won't endure it no longer. It's time I bid good riddance to this place and its inhabitants. Sir, I'm loath to ask you to suffer such wretched company. Could you inform the one named Monkcool that I shan't be returning? I dare not go lest my temper get the best of me. This one, do I have to be a Moogle for this? No, that's that one. Sticks and stones. You're in this circle somewhere. Oh, I do have to be a Weaver still for this. No. Well met, adventure. Palmguard remains vigilant as ever. What brings you to Miqo'te? Sudden craving for coupon nuts? Another stonemason has gone home, Kupo. At least this one bothered to inform me, in a manner of speaking. Suppose I can't blame him for leaving. He was only trying to help us repair Zenith. He was sent here to survey the area and teach us what they know of working stone. Alas, the Moogles are more concerned with who can concoct the cleverest trick than who can build the sturdiest wall. They don't do it out of malice. It's just an impulse, like breathing or hiding. But the Ishgardians don't view it that way. So far, this is the 9th stonemason that's left us. I fear Sir Handaloop may be regretting his decision to help. As a representative of Miqo'te, I must offer him an apology and an explanation. Adventurer, will you guide me to Ishgard so I might mend this situation? What a relief, Kupo. I tend to get terribly lost when traveling on my own. I trust your preparations are complete? Excellent. Then let us be off. They really make unlocking the Moogles a pain in the butt. Greetings, Sir Handaloop. It is in Mogul and Archon. An unexpected visit, but a welcome one. For I've been hoping to speak with you of our stonemason. Each one has returned within a fortnight, more wroth than the last. They claim the Moogles are proving to be less receptive to their teaching than they had anticipated. Sir Handaloop, my deepest and most sincere apologies, Kupo. The others only meant to make the stonemasons feel welcome by including them in their mischief. I never meant to anger. I swear on my honor as a Palmguard that it will not happen again. For the sake of friendly relations, I'm more than willing to put this misunderstanding behind us and begin anew. Alas, we have already sent you every stonemason we can spare, and I fear there is little hope in convincing any of them to return to Miqo'te. You haven't sent every stonemason, my dear Handaloop. Oh, Terrason, what brings you to the congregation? Let us dispense with the title, shall we? Surely you can surmise why I'm here. Every one of those thin-skinned milksops was a pupil of mine. It would reflect upon me if I let their negligence bring this project to ruins. Besides, this task came to us directly by the Holy See, and failure would result in my family becoming a laughingstock for generations to come. So you see, for both my personal and familial honor, I must take up my hammer and succeed where my students have failed. Alas, I am well past my prime. The hammer weighs heavy in my hand, and my mind dulls with age. Alone, I fear I might fall victim to the clever deceptions of the Moogles, or my body might crumble under the stress of so much physical labor. Perhaps with help of a young, stout adventurer? One who has won the respect of the Moogles, one who is well versed in their ways. Only with such a partner could this old man possibly hope to keep his honor from being sullied. Do you know any such adventurers, friend? Pray tell me you do. Hi. What courage. Did you see that, Handaloop? This strapping young lag put his name forward without a second thought. Truly you brought solace to this tired old man's heart, my dear Archon. Kupo? I'm not sure I understand. You're saying both you and the adventurer will help us? Indeed, my furry little friend. You shall be well taken care of. Now, our first order of business should be to gather who are involved in the restoration. Mogul, I entrust that task to you. Archon and I shall not be far behind. Before we depart, however, we have some work of our own to complete. You see, I mean to show the Muggles that they are not the only ones with a penchant for trickery. Come, meet me at the Jeweled Crozier and we can begin preparations. Jeweled Crozier. What's your sign? There's a couple of quests that are only doable by weavers by the look of it, and also you have a new quest. Okay. There you are. Before we begin, I would draw upon your knowledge of the Muggles. Namely, I wish to know what foods they are partial to, for I believe therein we shall find the means to deceive them. Koopa nuts. So their makeshift economy revolves around these Koopa nuts. Well, this plan practically crafts itself. Our next course of action is plain, and I believe you are just the lad to rise to the challenge. For your hands speak volumes, your words do not. They are the hands of a practiced artisan, much like my own. There is no need for humility, my friend. You're among peers. And as your peer, I would be honored to call upon your aid. I ask that you craft me a Koopa nut. Not a real one, mind you, but a fake which could fool even the most discerning Moogle. As I have never laid odds on a Koopa nut myself, I must entrust this task to you. There are currently only one, which I shall use to make more. I believe with judicious use of wood, leather, and cloth, you should be able to craft a fake that perfectly captures the uneven texture of the wild nut. Here, I believe these materials should prove sufficient. Oh god, I have to craft. Now, I know full well that even the Master has his failed attempts, so I've instructed Miqo'te here to provide you with more materials should you require them. Use the materials to craft, should you blah blah blah, make a thing, blah 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 blah. It's too hard, buy better stuff. Level based, rivals, Moogle, fake Koopa nut, synth. I don't think it has to be special. That was supposed to be at all difficult? Okay. There goes your work, Archon. There's no need to rush. I would not want a masterpiece to be marred by a hasty hand. So this is a Koopa nut. Although I'm not a Moogle, I'm certain that if I was, my stomach would be rumbling at the sight. Impressive, considering the meager materials we had on hand. No doubt you are wondering what I plan to do with this. Do not worry. I will not dare spoil the surprise for you. For now, just know they intend to make more. It might take some time, so pray go on ahead to the plaza near Zenith. I shall meet you there. This bleeding clothes. Welcome to Barlais, Archon. Truth be told, this place is in even worse shape than I was led to believe. Well, I suppose even a fortress begins with but a single stone. My apologies, Lord Terrason. I urged the Mogmonsters to meet us here, but they all claim to be busy with something or other. Maybe a while before they arrive. Terrason will suffice, my dear Miqo'te. There's no need for apologies. From my understanding, the Mogmenders have laziness in abundance. While we are waiting, answer me one question. Who among them is easiest to trick? That would be Master Mogson, without a doubt, Kupo. He was put in charge of the Mogmenders on account of his deft paws, but he falls for their tricks more often than not. One time he spent 3 days playing hide and seek while the others gorged on Kupo nuts. Such deviousness. I doubt I can surpass so clever a ploy. Nevertheless, I must try. Miqo'te, I believe Archon and I can take over the reins from here. We shall have the Mogmenders hard at work ere long. You mean to attract the Mogmenders, Kupo? Fascinating. I had no idea you played tricks on each other down below. Of course, I look forward to hearing of your victory. Oh, I do hope he hides his pebbles. When building a wall, we are taught that a single placed brick can cause a whole structure to collapse. I believe this Master Mogson may be our figurative loose brick. No, let us seek him out. He cannot be far. I'm assuming, because I have an arrow pointing this way, that he is somewhere over here and probably right near the zenith. That's right, yep. Nine stonemasons, Kupo. Surely they are praising my cleverness in Ishgard. How should I trick the next one? Oh, I know. A rare sickness which strikes once every 100 years causes our pom-poms to... Master Mogson of the Mogmenders, I presume. I'm Terrason, freshly arrived from Ishgard. Forgive me for eavesdropping, but I have heard mention of a sickness. Is there aught I need worry about? You're here already? Yes, a terrible, incurable sickness has spread throughout Mogholm. One last seen over 1,000 years ago. Once afflicted, our wings grow heavier than stones. We can do nothing but lie on the ground helpless until it passes. See, such unfortunate timing. Well, I suppose we must postpone our work for now. May you and yours be in good health soon. 'Tis a pity, truly. Whatever shall I do with all these Kupo nuts? Did you say Kupo nuts? Here? Now? Yes, I brought a veritable feast, which I meant to share with the Mogmenders as a gesture of goodwill. Alas, we shall have to wait. A sickness which comes once every 1,000 years surely requires proper... Did I say sickness? Perhaps I was mistaken. Yes, surely. Perhaps they weren't sick at all, after all. Just napping. How embarrassing. Luckily for you, however, that means the rest of the Mogmenders are hale and hearty. I'll summon them and meet you at Barlais forthwith. By the gods, I was hoping for a bit more sport than that. Perhaps if the said Kupo nuts were a miraculous cure to this epidemic, I could have pretended to believe him. Well, what's done is done. Come, let us away to Barlais and meet our new companions. Why is it playing the Hildebrand music? As promised, I've gathered my most skilled Mogmenders. Now I believe there was talk of a feast? Indeed, they have the paws of true artisans. Now, for the feast. Let me start off our relationship by offering this bounty to you. They look so plump and so juicy, Kupo. And all this for little effort. As master of the Mogmenders, I declare first privileges. That's not how a Kupo nut tastes. It's a fake! How could something that looks so delicious be so disappointing? My dear Mogson, seems the tables have turned. Indeed, these nuts were wrought by man, not born of nature. Even better than the real thing, yes? Oh, besides the taste, of course. They're all fake? There's not even a real one tucked away inside, Kupo? Perhaps we should check once again, just to be sure. I dare say these would even fool Chieftain Moglin, and no one has ever been able to trick him. Truly works of art, Kupo. It's but a small sampling of our capabilities, friends. Built towers and raised walls that rival the largest in the churning mists. Yes, even Zenith. I mean, you can make Koopa nuts even larger than these? Larger than Zenith? Perhaps I could, if I had the inclination. However, I offer you something better. Pledge your paws to me, and I shall teach you how to craft aught you can imagine. Alas, I will make this offer only once. What say you? Anything we can imagine, Kupo? Of course! We swore in our pom-poms to be diligent pupils. Why, I'm ready to start repairing Zenith this very moment. That's the spirit I like to see. We have a long road ahead of us, my Moogle menders. Before we start work on the palace proper, I believe we would do well to begin by repairing this very plaza. What you learn here shall form a solid foundation for what is to come. Well, now that things have settled, I do believe formal introductions are in order. I am Mogson, master of the Mogmenders. I never knew what a crafter was capable of until I saw those fake Koopa nuts. With even a fraction of such skill, I've no doubt that we could restore Zenith to its former glory. Still, I can't help but wonder what we would have accomplished had we listened to the other Nine Stone Masons. Oh well, I suppose there's no use racking my pom-pom over the past. Besides, you and Terrason are so much more kind and patient than the others. You do plan to stay and teach us, right? We'll work every day until our paws are sore and our cheeks are flushed. I promise you that, Kupo. Together we'll rebuild Barless, Kupo. I'd like to say piss off, Kupo. Truly, Kupo? The others will be overjoyed to hear it. Mogbenders, let us go forth, tools in paw, and make Zenith shine once more. I'm sure that's incredibly effective. Thanks to your efforts, the restoration of Barless has begun. Continue assisting the Mogmenders to see repair of the plaza completed. You have achieved neutral reputation with the Mogmenders. Moogle tribe quests are now available from Mogek the Marvelous in Barless. Furthermore, you can now purchase wares from Mogmul Mogbelly. And apparently that leveled up Weaver. So this is the quest giver. Requests a day. 50 rep points per quest. I am not doing them now. I am done. Let's just take a quick look at something. So we are base. So I have to do I have to do a day of quests sometime in the next week in order to be eligible for a rank up. Theoretically, if you want, you can do all 3, get them, and do the rank up right away. But yeah, no. We'll rank up the Moogles next week.